So we'll tackle the bacon question first. I think maybe she's buying the bacon from the wrong source. A lot of bacon that is sold in big retailers has gone through a process that's called wet cure injection, and that means that it's injected with water when it's processed, which is why it's called wet cured. This makes it heavier, so your pack looks bigger, but when you cook it in the pan, obviously you lose that water in cooking process, and if you're looking at bacon in a pan and there's lots of white stuff coming out of it, that's what it is. And what she needs to be looking for is dry cured bacon. That's where the flavour, dry cured bacon gives you a lot of flavour. I'd also say don't always look for the back bacon. Back bacon's the most popular bacon, and it's what a lot of customers ask for, but actually the flavour comes from the fat. And
this is like
a lot of
torture
our
on a
back bacon
diet.
is now engineered with no fat on it, and that's what makes the flavour.
The fat is the best bit of the bacon. The fat is just the best bit of
Absolutely.
everything. Goodness gracious me, I miss it so badly. But yes, so in terms of the price of British produce, right, British meat, obviously specifically, are you noticing a change there? Is it going up? I mean, I imagine the energy crisis alone, because all the farmers etc. just have to run the farm. Their costs are going up, aren't they?
Yeah, it is going up massively, but so is everything else. I think that it's a culmination of lots of things: the price of grain, the price of fuel, the price of electricity, everything all together, including staffing. All of those combinations is pushing the prices up. For us personally, we've seen a shift in shoppers, so they're not necessarily buying they're not coming to us and buying as much, but when they do come, it's a treat for them, so they're still spending with us, which is great. I think people are all too quick to want large quantities of things and lots of it, but actually what works better is if you have a little bit of something and it's really good, then you're still going to get satisfied.
I love a buffet.
Yeah, it is definitely quality, not quantity, isn't it? For me, anyway. Maybe for my co-host.
I once drank a pint of chocolate fountain at an all-you-can-eat buffet in Nottingham, and that's some stuff about me there that you didn't need to know.
That is absolutely true. But I did want to ask you that in terms of the patterns you're seeing with shoppers, because obviously, you're a family-run butchers, and people, when in a cost of living crisis, they might be turning to the cheaper budget supermarkets. I think a YouGov poll a couple of weeks ago found that Aldi is now at the top of the list in terms of the most popular supermarket. Are you finding that people are saying, you know what, I'm just going to have to switch to the cheapest supermarket food I can find?
We see a trend during the week, so I think during the week we can see that, but we've put lots of offers in place to try and stop that from happening. So we have a range that's 3 for £10, and we know that we can compete with the bigger retailers in terms of those things. We do see a spike at the weekend, so I think people are coming to us to say, look, we're not going to eat as much during the week in terms of meat, but at the weekend we're really going to treat ourselves, and we're going to buy it from somewhere where we know that they know where it's come from. We source weekly from farms. We see the livestock, we work with farmers, we work really hard on food miles, and all of that has an effect on how the meat tastes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, can I just ask, how do you have your steak?
Oh, medium rare.
Yes, get in. You can come back. Thank you very much. Great to have you on the show. Lovely stuff.